Let's give one more minute. Yeah. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Let's give one more minute to let people get on the Zoom. One more minute. Okay, I think we need to start now. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the information session for the Leadership Development for Construction Professionals program at UC Davis Continuing Professional Education. My name is Kathy, and I'm the enrollment coach. So I'm very excited to talk to you about our new program starting in February. Okay. Okay, so here is our today's agenda. I would like to give you an overview of what we will be talking about today, and we will start with some program introductions, so you will know who to contact with the questions that you might have about the program after the information session. And of course, we will talk about the program logistics. So when it starts, how to enroll, and what is the cost, and specifically regarding the program and its courses. And then we will also talk about to enroll in the program, and then follow up with any more information if you have any. So if you have any technical issues today for today's Zoom meeting, please let us know. You can just put into the chat box, let us know if you cannot see us or you cannot hear anything. And also to the end of the information session, I will be giving the Q&A time. So you just need to feel free to put your question into our Q&A box. Okay. So I'm very happy to introduce, we have another program manager joining us today. So she actually is the program manager for this program. Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Kathy. It's nice to be here. Thank you for letting me join. I apologize, I'm in the office, so I have a little bit of background noise, but I want to thank everyone for joining you. As Kathy had mentioned, I am the program manager for this program. So after Kathy, you'll come to me with any questions or concerns you might have regarding the class. So thank you, Kathy.
Great. Thank you, Ashley. Okay, so here I'm the person for you to help you to learn more about the program as well as the enrollment process. So you can see my calendar link as well as my email address. So just feel free to shoot me an email with any questions you have, or you can always schedule one-on-one meeting, either Zoom meeting or phone call with me. I would be more than happy to help you to learn more about the program. And also, after today's information session, there will be a follow-up email providing the $100 off discount code. So you'll be using that to your enrollment for this program. Okay, so let's start. So what is a program for? Let me talk about more important about this program. So it is open enrollment. You can enroll online, and also you can contact me. And also there will be very easy for you to just enroll. I will be able to provide you the website link, so you can just either enroll online. So this program is 2 courses, 6 weeks each, and is 6 live class sessions on Zoom. You will need to follow the schedule to attend the Zoom meeting. You can enroll in the class together or separately. So depending on which you want or you prefer, which course you feel like it is more better for you, depending on whatever you prefer. So if you complete both, and you will receive our digital badge through the Credly to display on your preferred social media, social networking site. So students in the program will receive access to our learning platform, Canvas. That is where you can access Zoom links, course materials, and you can even contact your instructors throughout the study. So those classes will be a mix of lectures, group discussions, breakout rooms, and other activities as well. And then each of those class sessions builds off one another. So you will get a takeaway specifically through a construction lens, and you can apply that to your job and working with your team right away. I think that is very important about the design of a program, that you have takeaways that you can apply immediately. Let's say the communication skills. And finally, the tuition for this program is as the following on the slide. So 997 per class, or 1,850 if you decide to enroll in both. So, but remember, there are discounts available. I mentioned before that everyone attending this live information session will receive $100 off discount code. So please feel free to reach out to me so I can talk you to more about the other discounts available. Okay, so the two classes in this program, as I have listed, are leadership in construction and the winning the bid. So leadership in construction, you will begin by dividing into leadership training, that is through a construction lens. Topics covered in this class include team development, strength-based leadership, complex problem solving, goal setting, and navigating change. So the days for those classes, you can see that starting from February 16, 2023. So for Win the Bid, you will gain the skills and techniques that leaders in the construction industry need to win the bid projects. You will learn skills that involve negotiation tactics, demonstrate executive presence, and the presentation skills. You can see the days in the slide as well. Okay, so let's move to the very excited the instructor information. Let's talk about these awesome instructors. We are so excited to have such a great group of instructors on this program. So one of the core pieces of this program is that you will have instructors who are directly in the construction field. So you will have a subject matter expert who will share real life experience and relate them to the concepts learned in class, which is one of the greatest parts about that is they each bring different styles, different objectives on what they want to help our participants learn and be able to do by the end of their class session. So I will start with Sue Wheeler-Doki, so who will be teaching leadership in construction. Sue is a senior consultant with D. Brown Management and has over 35 years of experience in the construction industry, including strategic planning, business planning, succession planning, and talent management. So she was previously served as a private consultant supporting construction clients with organizational sustainability and scalability. Lastly, she is a Gallup certified strength coach and holds a master's degree in psychology. So our other dynamic instructor that will be joining us in the program is Ian. So Ian is a project executive and a business lead with the DPR construction. So Ian started his career as a carpenter, working with a residential builder before, transitioning to commercial construction in 2002. As a business lead, Ian is directly involved in all levels of the sales process from business planning to marketing analytics. So he also works with the customers and the teams to align expectations and procedure more predictable outcomes. Okay, so next one, I'm very excited to share an interview from instructor Sue, so you can learn more deep insight about this program and what you will be gaining from this program.
Born and raised on a farm in Nebraska, which is really not much different than the construction industry. I came into the construction industry right out of college, didn't know really much about it. Most work has been in heavy civil, so a lot of underground work, bridges, dams, roadways. I've worked all over the US, mostly the western section of the United States. have really enjoyed the bigness of the work, the intensity of the work. There's always something new every day, and it is amazing not just the constructability of the jobs, but the administrative side, the legal side, the safety side, the compliance and regulatory side. It really is an all-encompassing business, and it's really for a lot more people than they realize that's for. So I just like the Mach 5 Hair on Fire. It's great fun, and can't imagine being in any other industry, because it's an awful lot of fun. It's interesting that it's unique from other leadership courses. One way is because it is really about your strengths. Yes, there's leadership courses about situational leadership and servant leadership and a larger explanation of leadership. But this is really about the individual person and the way they lead, by the way that they talk, by the way that they can get others on board with their ideas. The reason it's very unique to this particular course is we're talking construction, people that in construction. Strengths-based leadership and strengths-based teams is frankly a pretty new idea in the construction industry. We tend to be very tactically driven. We tend to be very outcome oriented and not necessarily looking at the people that are helping to move the idea forward, and those that are there to help get a larger group of people together. So this is a little bit different way that is not quite as hard-hitting, tactical driven as most other things that we tend to like to do in the construction industry. There's really a couple of reasons why we should be thinking differently for the construction industry. One is just demographically speaking. We've got another 7 or 8 years, really until 2030, before the demographics of just the workforce begin to change, where there's more people coming into the workforce than are leaving. So we have to find new ways to get people into the organizations, into the construction industry, and to get them to stay. There's really 2 ways that we look at the diversity in construction, how it's changed. One is actually in engineering courses, there tend to be almost 50% women coming out of engineering courses. So if you're looking at the leadership that's coming into the construction industry, certainly at an administrative or an organizational level, there's a lot more gender equality that's beginning to evolve. When it comes to different ages, different ethnicities, what we're seeing is because of the population, right? Just looking at the demographics are changing so much that it is no longer just a single group of people. If we would begin to look at or continue to look at a single group of people, we would realize that the labor shortage that we're looking at right now would be massively and much more drastically worse if we were to eliminate possible people that are interested in the construction industry just by doing what we've always done. So as we look around more, look into whether it's college courses being taken, those coming into either a union or non-union environment, we are seeing people that are coming different ages. They're coming in different genders, a lot of ethnicities, and in a lot of different types of work. And in order to get a complement of all of those people working together, it really does take the leader who can kind of cut across all of those and find that commonality. And for most people, that's a common language. And that common language that we like to use is the common language of strengths, because everybody can understand where they are, how they present themselves, what their strengths are, and that they are, in strengths language, they are 1 in 34 million. So that's what our workforce is starting to look like as well. So we're treating people as individuals just by the mere fact of the strengths that they're bringing to the table. It's going to be interesting, because one tool that they will literally walk away with and they will have for the rest of their life is they will have taken the strengths assessment. So they will have the language of their how they present themselves at the table, where they are their strongest, the things they can do to maximize that potential, and why they're successful using this combination of strengths that they have. So they will come away with one that literal report that is kind of their owner's manual, right? If you want to know how to help this person or how to work with this person, read their owner's manual. Some of the tools around that are going to be, they will start to be able to identify ultimately, if they continue to live in these strengths, they'll begin to identify what other people's strengths are. They'll begin to know when to ask more questions because they're really not on the same wavelength, and they'll understand why. They'll understand that there's a better, more defined, more specific question that needs to be asked. They'll also realize, like before, that every single person is 1 in 34 million. So if you've got a team of 7, you have 7 people in 34 million. They are not alike. They are all different. And that just, you have to manage differently, understand differently, and know how to get the best out of each of the people that's on your team. So they'll walk away with several activities, several guides, several good questions that they can ask to help to get to know the rest of their team that much better. The one thing I want them to walk away with is to realize that every single person, regardless of the educational background they have, regardless of the experience level that they have, regardless of the upbringing that they have had, that every single person will hear information differently. They will process that information differently. And that there is there's no reason that a team can't produce the best work possible if we understand that a team is made up of absolutely very individual people on that team. So if it is I guess I would constitute it as 2 different things. One is the self-awareness, know when you are your best and your worst, and the recognition that others are at their best and worst at times as well, and then how you put them together as a team. I think it's a little different for smaller business versus larger businesses. I think smaller businesses, it can be the owner, it can be some of their higher level team executives. They can come in because they're going to scale at a different rate than a larger organization. So in the small organization, people are more of a jack of all trades. They are doing many, many things. This is where strengths can really help you to work with one group one day and go work with another group another day and another group another day on maybe 3 different projects, and help them work through, the contracts, the regulations, whatever it is on that job, but help people to hear it so that they can produce the best job that they can produce, right? They can turn over a profitable project. When you look at the large organizations, those organizations are going to have people moving up inside an organization that already has a large structure. That large structure, if they're looking to change, and it's a bit like moving the Titanic, right? It's a little bit at a time. Bringing people in now that understand, can live in, and really manage people through strengths-based team will help to slowly nudge the culture over and over towards a strengths-based organization. So there's a lot of good that can come from both sizes, moderate size as well, of the people coming in, because it gives them a self-awareness. It starts to bring that feeling of belonging to the people inside the organization. They're going to want to stay if they can see that people really do understand what they're saying, and they can see that the organization is changing to something that wants to utilize their strengths, wants to use the best of people rather than always trying to change what's wrong with people. So I think it can help pretty much all sizes of construction companies. construction leadership is really no different than any leadership, right? And leadership, you don't have to have a title to be a leader. It's about ideas that you're able to get across to others, and you can get those people to follow you into those good ideas. You also can vet those ideas back and forth with people. So what people are going to learn in this course is really a lot about how they present themselves at the table. What are the strengths they bring in their conversation? This isn't about their tactical work. This isn't about their technical work. It's about how they can work with and gather the other people in the field, in the workplace, wherever, you know, if it's in estimating or whether it's in they're pouring concrete. It's how you can get others to hear your ideas. You can ask better questions to get better ideas from others, and then put those things together and lead that group to whatever your outcome is, to a successful outcome. So it's really about understanding really how you present yourself at the table and how you can say it in a way that others can hear you.
So that is a great insight about this program. So really, for people who get into this program, you will be able to learn a lot of leadership skills, saying that you will be able to communicate with a common language. You will be able to pull up professional strength. And also the good thing is that you will be able to identify other strengths and handle conflicts, always to manage the change and to direct the conversation on the right track. So, okay, so why leadership development for construction professionals? Because you, as the video already you have seen, you have watched, you will have well-knowledge instructor who have real-world experience, and that ties into my next point of the real-world learning that will be applicable to current situation that our learners will face at work. It is also a great opportunity to network with the peers and exchange knowledge and build relationships. And lastly, that I have mentioned is all online. You will earn a digital badge that if you take both of the classes. So who is the program for? As we have mentioned before, it is you are not necessary to be a leader. It's really, you can be all functional area construction professionals. You can be small business owners. You can be working in the large scale business. You can be the cross department stakeholders to build up leadership skills. And for some person that will have you have a deeper self-awareness and want to see your talents, that is a very good program. You can build it. You have yourself personal development in this industry. Okay, so for all this kind of information, I would like to know, are you ready to enroll? Let's go to the next one for how to enroll into the program. It is very simple and easier online enrollment. So this is our website. And also you can enroll directly, or you can contact me for more information about the program. And also you can schedule one-on-one meeting with me to discuss whether this is the right program for you. Okay, so I will be leaving the time for the Q&A after a poll. I would like to know more about you and then to see how do you feel like today's information session. Here's my information as well. I will put into the chat box again. And let me start a poll. Okay. Let's give a minute. Okay. Thank you for your participation. Thank you. Next, I would like to have some time for the Q&A. So feel free. So feel free to put your question into the Q&A box, or you can put your question into the chat box as well. Thank you so much for joining us today. So we'll be go ahead and stay on for those who you already have questions, and then lastly, we will send you the follow-up email with the discount code. And always feel free to reach out to me to schedule a one-on-one meeting, or we can call you as well to discuss furthermore about this program. Is there any question here? Okay, thank you for your time today. Have a great day.